Sir, thank you, Vamshi sir, and thank you to all the members of management for graciously bringing to us such eminent people through which our students and we as faculty can learn from them. Thank you so much. We have a Q&A session. We have a short Q&A session, so I request you all to please sit down. If you all have any questions for Vivek sir.
A very good afternoon, sir. It was truly inspiring to listen to you and the things which you have shared with us. I'm very sure that it will be very helpful for us in our future as a career as an advocate, and whether we should not accept judgeship. Sir, I just have a small doubt, sir. What, in your opinion, what is the most important thing for a lawyer? Having two facts which he can present verbally in front of a judge, or having 100 facts but not able to present verbally in front of a judge? Out of these two, which should be given more importance?
Hello, is it working?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, it's very situational, and the kind of time you get in court today is so meager. Like in Supreme Court, it's a few seconds or maybe a few minutes for each case, especially on admission day. So you have to be very quick-witted about what you're going to say. Sometimes court has read the brief, so you don't have to argue too much. They're agreeing with you. But a lot of times, they want clarifications. So if you are sharp to put the clarification with clarity immediately, you win the day. So, of course, what you give in writing is what is sent to the court. But I doubt very much whether the courts will have the time to read everything. They have law clerks who prepare notes for them and give it to them. So at the end of the day, it's your wit which wins you the day.
Sir, good evening to the dignitaries on the dais and faculty members, advocates and budding advocates. Sir, as I have seen your talk, there have seen, sir, we need in India, particularly in the legal profession, legal clinics, secondary and legal counseling. Why? Because due to the pendency of these cases, the Supreme Court of India also recently introduced mediation courts, and that too our High Court of our Hyderabad has taken initiative in initiating the mediation courts. In the Judicial Academy in Secunderabad, there will be 1 week training to all IAS officer, IPS officer, corporate officer at highest level. That is helping due to last 30-40 years of experience in the role, that solving the problems. And apart from this, as a law of contract in 85-87, when multinationals entered in India, due to disputes, they are just reluctant to participate in the contracts also. When dispute arises, when it takes to solve the issue, then only arbitration clause is incorporated in the law of contract, and mediation also came. Mediation in between on the court. These are the areas in the legal fraternity, if you have taken, then is this. Because of pendency, a lot of open channels like mediation, arbitration, consultations are all open. Apart from today, I have gone through the paper, there they are telling the Sonam should not have gone. Yeah, the Sonam should not have gone bail on a technical grounds. It is a very conflicting thinking I saw. If you know that better, anything, if you can throw some light on this, very good.
Actually, you have given a very nice thesis on what is happening. So this is not a question one appreciates what you have told me. So I'm sure gradually we'll get answers to all that you've told us, but it's not a thing which I can answer you straight away.
Good afternoon, sir. It's a very controversial question to ask in this occasion, but I want to know your opinion on marital rape, and along with that, the incidents that are going continuously about rapes of innocent babies, like literally babies, 3 months old, 13 years old. What is your opinion on that? Do a constitution has to focus on punishments, or they have to improvise investigation and delay the process in giving the judgment? Because the time is taken up in investigation and all, other crime is coming to in the picture. So it is the consistent in this rape cases. So what is your opinion on that?
There is no question of an opinion on this. I mean, rape is something which has to be condemned at the highest level. So there's no question of any second opinion. When you told me about marital rape, actually the law has been amended, and law says that a married person, if he has an issue with his wife, it will not be considered a rape. So that's how the courts have interpreted it. Now, I have an issue also on this, that whether this law is the correct law. I feel whether married or unmarried, a woman has an identity. And if a woman is not willing to have a relationship with anybody, maybe it's her husband, no husband can say that I can force upon my will on that woman. And in my opinion, this should be the law. But I'm sure with passage of time, because voices are being raised against this unjust law of marital rape, what you say, it will change. But change has its own story. It takes time for people, the society to realize, and for Parliament to bring an amendment, or for the court to strike down a provision. So let's wait for time. You are right, I agree with you, that women need to be treated more fairly and justly.
Good evening, all the dignitaries. Thank you very much for the wonderful session. Sir, I would like to know, we have seen so many pending cases, so many measures taking place at various levels. At the same time, technology is also forcing the profession to go in a particular direction. When all these things are happening, All India Bar examination is happening, can you please tell me what is your opinion regarding the role of Bar Council of India and State Bar Councils in this journey?
You know, actually you are mixing up two separate issues. Bar Council of India and State Bar Councils, these are bodies for registration of people who want to practice and to enforce disciplinary action if there's a wrong done by them, or to initiate welfare measures for lawyers. Directly, they have no connect directly with what is happening in courts. Now, court is a separate system altogether. As far as courts are concerned, Vivek ji has been telling me since morning, it's high time we went in for drastic judicial reforms. I have written letter to the Prime Minister, to the law ministers in the past, that this is an issue which merits a special parliament session only to discuss how to bring about radical reforms in the judiciary, but without compromising its independence. We want an independent judiciary, but we want radical reforms. If 5 crore cases are pending in India, in subordinate courts and high courts and Supreme Court, I'm sure this is not a good story. I mean, this means the fruits of a litigation would never go to the person who goes to court. Maybe his grandchildren might get the fruits of litigation. Now, this is not justice. I'm against it. But the problem is, the government has to show priority for this change. Unfortunately, we are not in government. If we were in government, if I got an opportunity to be a law minister, take it for granted, I'll bring these radical changes. But you must have the will to do it.
Sir, small thing in this. Actually, what you said is correct. But with regard to quality of education and the news regarding many fake advocates are there in the profession, and also there is some sort of indiscipline among the advocates, which is plaguing the profession. That's what I would like to ask you, how it can be addressed by the Bar Council of India. That's
No, it has to be addressed both by the courts and by the Bar Council.
yeah.
There's no scope for an indisciplined lawyer. Let's be very good, very clear. If you are in this profession of law, your behavior also has to be most lawful. It's your dignity which should win the day. I don't say that you have to be supplicant or you have to be subservient to court. You must put your point across with with all the strength that you have. But at the end of the day, it's the judge who has to decide. So you can't be fighting with the judge because there is a decision which does not come as per your desire. That's one point. But at the same time, judges also must now rethink about their role. I'm not saying, generalizing it, that all judges have a problem, but many judges, they are not working as much as they should be working. I've seen many of them, they come late to court, leave the court early while they're in